All right. The information popped up. All right. So then it's the prescriptive analytics, all right, which is the area of analytics that really now advances into how computer begins to make decisions on itself, real time, getting real time information. By real time, I mean, as we're speaking right now, you being able to direct how the market of things should go. All right, so frontier of data analytics, combining insights from previous analytics to determine the course of action to take in the current problem or decision. So while you are in that position right now, how do you make the best decision, or even making the decision in the moment that changes the direction of the market? That's what prescriptive analytics comes in. So descriptive diagnostics, predictive analysis, and prescriptive analysis, they are all the areas with which analytics are valuable to the process. So just quickly looking at organizations that currently, how they use analytics. All right, Amazon, the big company that has made Jeff Bezos really super wealthy, wealthiest man in the world, uses analytics, all right, to provide recommendation of products to customers. You know, when you go to a platform and then after buying something, something tells you that, okay, I think you will like this product. There's analytics on the buying pattern of that person that has shown what the person will most likely buy. Right? And then Facebook uses this for advertisements, where they target you. Maybe after searching on Google, you search something like a house, and then the next thing you know, you're seeing all manner of advertisements around you about houses. That's how they are able to recommend things to you. Netflix, for those of us who watch movies on Netflix, after you watch a movie, the next thing you see is Netflix is showing you another movie that you might like. They use analytics to know whether this is something that you would like. Even Ikeja Electrics, all right, they leverage data to determine the location where the customers pay bills and then how to distribute accordingly. Okay, for how exactly analytics is valuable to auditors and accountants. All right, so majorly the first thing, because of how institutions are consistently generating big data, they're consistently generating large size information about their transactions and the way their products are performing, on how customer purchase is, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The demand for the values that accountants bring to the table continues to increase. And you want to be able to leverage tools to be able to perform all your tasks in the shortest time possible. And that's when you use tools like IDEA and you use tools like ACL to do large size accounting. All right. And then you also have tools like Power BI. So when the tools like Power BI, interestingly, what they do basically is for you to be able to communicate easier. And I'm going to go ahead and show you. I'm going to go ahead and show you what an interface, a Power BI interface will look like, so you can also perceive how valuable this could be. All right. So a Power BI tool, for instance, will be used the same way to analyze big data. But interestingly, what it does for you is gives you, when you really want to explain some complex things, but you do not want to, you want to be able to use pie charts, you want to be able to use histograms and simple things to be able to say, this is what happened before in 2009, this is the trend right now. You just want to present it and have the communications done in 15 minutes. A tool like Power BI helps you to do communication after doing analytics on large size things. Like I said, to get great visuals on revenue trends, by products, by sub-products, or in regions, or by quality. And it also analytics tools also help you find leakages, all right, easily, help you find errors. Just like I explained earlier, if you are trying to, find a ghost vendor, for example, you can just do it quickly with an analytic tool by comparing boards. It's a very simple feature on a tool. Like for instance, an IDEA, it's a tool. The feature is called join feature, and basically it just allows you to put two data together and compare it, and it shows out the outlier, shows out the one that doesn't fit into that information, and you can flag it out. All right, and yeah, and then also it gives you the opportunity to examine an entire data set rather than picking out sample sizes. All right, where you can actually just do analytics on an entire data set, an entire information about the business's transactions, etc., so that you can have a more immersive report on. You can have a more immersive reports and recommendation. It also allows you to come up with different metrics, which is one of also the major benefits of the analytics tools. Sometimes you do not know what you will find. And just by comparing different parameters, you're able to just define information that even the business itself had not perceived was valuable in the first place, and then go ahead and make recommendations, to businesses on how. All right, okay, to come up with different metrics for assessing the viability of a business, various metrics. So I want to go ahead and talk about some tools, some key tools in data analytics. I'm pretty sure that we are familiar with Excel tool. Very important tool that we use to perform analytics on small size data. Not really being able to do much on big size data. Another tool I didn't put it here. I forgot to put it here. It's called the SQL. So the SQL tool is like the way you have a memory card. All right, but this time around, that's where the data sits. All right, so and the SQL tool is where large size data sits on. You need to be able to know how to manipulate the SQL tool. And then there's also features on Excel that allows you to do really advanced things and really do some form of analysis, cleaning the data, etc. on Excel. And then on Power BI, you're able to do great visualizations. And on Python, you are able to do the aspects of predictive analysis, where you can forecast trends, where you can say, this is what happened before, this is what's happening right now. I can tell you that by this approximation, by 98% approximation, this is what will likely happen, because you're able to build trends. And there's a tool like Python that does that. And then IDEA is the tool that allows you to do large scale and accounting, or large size accounting. Let me just go ahead and show you a video to know I'm also drawing back time. So this video is, I'm just extracting from a masterclass that we held before. We held once, and it is going to show you.
Stand to enjoy. You stand to gain by what?
Okay, it's going to show you how a Power BI interface looks like, and how you can show different you can make different reports on different years from the Power BI tool.
Working with,
can everyone hear?
So this
can everyone hear that so far? Right. What are you saying? Can you hear the video?
Yes.
I want to pay you.
Right.
We can hear you clearly.
That to I changed the colors of other countries and highlighted, make sure that the country that have the highest food, right? So message that I need to wrap it up here. So basically, that's just like a snippet of what you would stand to enjoy, you stand to gain by working with by joining Utsiva. So this was the dashboard I did, right? So I went for that to I changed the colors of other countries and highlighted, make sure that the country that have the highest food rejection comes out bold, right? And I gave the other countries a less protrusion color. So this is making use of TreeMap. You can see this is a special a special visualization that shows you the country of origin with the highest food rejection. By double tapping, you can actually see the countries, right? So there's a bubble in each of those countries to show you the size of food rejection in each of those countries. You can see Nigeria, the highest here is Sudan, followed by Nigeria. So it's up here you have a filter visualization where you can select the year. If you want to just look at what happened in the year 2006, you can just click on 2006 and it shows you what happened. If you want to look at what happens in 2019, you can just come here, click on 2019. It shows you what happened in 2019. So it's a very interactive tool, and this is just a little bit out of what you start to gain as a whole from training with Silver.
Okay, so just like you showed in this presentation, or let me just go back to it, you're able to really look at the details of the metrics you're comparing by location, by year, and then the frequency of things. And they are very interactive. You can jump in between years just by one click. And all these are the powers that you can get from using tools like Power BI to do your visualizations when making presentations. I'm definitely going to extend an opportunity to attend a practical masterclass for some of our practical sessions where the trainer will do something like this entirely for free after the session. But right now, I would like to just take questions that anyone may have around the tools.
Thank you very much, sir. Questions? Can we get questions?
Hello.
Yeah, please signify if you have questions. Hello. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
My name is Adeshina Fatai. Can I go ahead?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
So mine is not a question. It's more like an observation or an addition. Probably because data analytics is a subject that is so wide that we couldn't. I am not sure we can cover it in one session.
Yeah.
But I just want to note that there is experimentation also in big data management. So that area was not mentioned. Experimentation to show, is one of the tools that data analysts use to know. I know about Amazon. They use it a lot, and what they do is to make sure they carry out a negative experimentation, negative analysis to be sure whether they will drop a business idea or not. So such that once the result is given them, they won't ask the questions they are biased towards, that they have confidence bias or something on. They will ask questions that may likely fail. So when the question eventually fail, they drop that idea and then they save themselves from making losses. But most business people don't want to do that kind of experimentation. In fact, I heard that Google X, also have this reward even for a team when they drop a project because they found that the project will not work. So they even give them reward for canceling out on a project, instead of making the entire organization have loss at the end of the
loss.
So these are also part of the addition to big data management or analysis.
Amazing. Thank you for adding that. That is very true. It sits in the aspects of prescriptive analytics, where because it's another, just like you said, it's another thing entirely to be able to predict, just like what you're seeing on my screen, predict what will happen. It's another thing to be able to say it's going to be beneficial. It's going to be valuable real time. And all that now sits, just like you mentioned, experimentation is also a big aspect of data analytics. Thank you so much for contributing. Does anybody have any questions?
Yes, as a follow-up, my name is Martin Ikpehai. As a follow-up of from the previous speaker, I was impressed, especially on this particular slide that is on the screen, that type of analytics, descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive. All the analytics tools that you identified here, ACL, IDEA, and all that, they are all purely descriptive. We don't have those prescriptive capabilities like the previous speaker just mentioned. And that's a key thing that people need in analytics to predict what can happen in the future. I understand ACL and IDEA. Excel is given by, it's on every desktop or any laptop and other that have Microsoft Office. But they are purely, even in terms of diagnostics, it depends on the hypothesis we're able to formulate based on the description that's about diagnostics, but they all lack prescriptive and that's predictive and prescriptive capabilities. You should have done us well if you give us some example of those that have that predictive and prescriptive capabilities. For those ones you listed, ACL, IDEA, Excel, and all that, they are purely descriptive, you know.
Okay, so a tool like Python, for instance, allows you to do predictive. For prescriptive, which is a lot more advanced, advances into AI and machine learning. All right, that begins to go towards the technical side of analytics, where you are actually programming and you're doing large volume of data real time. And interestingly, Python is the same tool that does machine learning. Python is a really, really major tool for analytics. It does machine learning. It runs what they call data analytic models. So a model will be designed to run simulations over and over and over again till you're able to really derive information that is valuable, all right, to you. So yeah, and the same Python tool and its environment that facilitates the aspects of machine learning. And then from there, you now begin to advance into AI technology, which can be built by various layers of tools. But the thing is, that now begins to push beyond what you are doing, you know, as maybe a core accountant, you know, a core auditor. You're now going into the engineering side of data analytics, you know, of which is also great too, and definitely encouraging as many people as possible who want to explore their abilities. Because the thing about technology sits is that technology doesn't stand on its own. Technology always needs to be applied to another industry. So as you could have the great background knowledge that you have in this industry, and you just plug technology into it, it just becomes a super talent. The way I will explain this is we had the opportunity to have one of our learners, get employed into Capital One, as a senior data analyst. And basically what they had told him was they were really considering and this was a while back, this was about 2 years ago. They were thinking about how to build their team, all right? Those who had a very good balance of analytics skill and also had good grounded knowledge in accounting. And when he came, he had done masters in accounting. He has certifications, and he also has don't let me quote. I'm not going to quote this wrongly, so I won't go further on it. But basically, he was well certified as an accountant. But he also already had the knowledge of analytics. In fact, he was really, really gross to as much as machine learning, and what they called him was that you are a unicorn talent. And right now, from under 2 years, he's a senior data analyst with Capital One. And that's the trend we keep finding. But within all the layers of importance, we're finding that the introduction of data analytics to traditional skills, all right, super, super important across all layers, whether it's a mega Fortune 500 company or a small business. You want to be able to look at the information you have in front of you and make quality decisions, which is just the main thing. I don't know if anybody has any questions or anything to say as well. I really enjoyed that we're actually making contributions. And I'll definitely, okay.
Yeah, this is just, we can discuss this later. There is
Yes,
a critical drawback. This is a technical question. A critical drawback of analytics is that the data must be imported into the software, the analytics software, before the analysis happens. And that's a big organization, especially when your data size is large. There was an organization we're implementing for in Nigeria here. It takes more than 2 days to bring the data.
To load your data.
Yeah, so,
it's incredible.
For those ones, I want to understand how Power BI handles data. Because what we do for now for analytics is a situation whereby the data is not duplicated. In fact, for some organizations, their policy is never to duplicate their data. So that analytics to interface with the transaction processing system, like the banking application or the accounting application, and read the data directly rather than pulling into the software. I don't know how Power BI handles that. For the other ones, yeah.
You've said it as you were asking the question. You were saying it's Power BI tool. I mean, luckily for us, Mr. Ifeanyi is also he's gone through the UTIVA program, and he understands that the Power BI tool helps you sit on great large volume of data and perform analytics on the big size of data. I mean, we definitely have had those conversations where because you're trying to load up your data on Excel, your laptop just refuses to load, but with a tool like the Power BI tool, and if you decide to even go further, the Python tool, all right, the Python tool, forget the name. The Python tool is a very, very simple tool. It does basically plus and minus of things, all right, and you can perform good analytics with it. So right off the SQL file, right off the SQL tool that you are loading data from, you are able to perform the analytics that you need to perform, without having to bother your system. And the best part, just like I was saying, not just alphanumeric data, like all types of data, all types. People even analyze pictures, videos, etc. So I was going to say, I will be dropping a link in the chat where anyone can, who is interested in having a free masterclass session where we show you, how to make use of the analytics tools to perform. I'm dropping the link now. Yeah, you can just click the link to register for the free masterclasses. We hold free masterclasses every weekend, just to be able to share the value of data analytics to various industries and sectors. Does anybody have any other questions?
Yes, I raise up my hand. My name is Martin Sobaze. Yeah, what is apart from just accounting, is there any special knowledge required to be able to gain from this training? Thank you.
No, sir. So the thing is, just like I said, tech does not exist on its own. Tech actually needs all other industries and all other sectors to exist. As you have medicine, tech powers medicine. As you have transportation, tech powers transportation, energy, all industries. The more knowledge you have about an industry, the more valuable you are, because it means that you are able to know if a tech solution is providing the wrong results. You are able to say, no, this can't make sense. This doesn't make sense. Then you are able to say, this is how we should manipulate the tech tool. All right. So if you have the knowledge that you need, that you have, you want to bring that in. Yes, bring it in. And then the UTIVA data analytics program is designed to take you from maybe not how to use the laptop and all that, but once you're able to use your laptop conveniently, all you just need to walk you around how to use the tools right from scratch up until you're able to get results with the tools.
How granular are you in this, your UTIVA? How granular? Because well, I asked that question because there was such training that I registered on, but I discovered that the coding requirement appears to be advanced and I could not cope. So I lost out because apart from the time required and the skills that were on display, I just discovered I would not be able to cope. So how granular are you in your training?
Amazing. Thank you for the question. I mean, I don't know, maybe Mr. Ifeanyi will want to answer, because if Mr. Ifeanyi invited me, has gone through our program. It's pretty granular. So we've even beyond the time Mr. Ifeanyi joined our program, we've even added something else to the program. So the same way you're having me share my screen and you're seeing the person show you exactly what to do, and then you can replicate that. That's the same way we do the trainings here. Then we've also introduced something, a model called the cohort captains, where we have people who have gone through the program already, who return back to support other learners, to support other learners to cover up with all their learning needs during the weekdays and ensure that the classes run. The trainers, just like as we are sharing, you can always call the trainer and say, hey, I didn't understand that. Can you please explain again? And the trainer goes back again and really explains it all over again. And then you also have access to recordings of the classes. So if the class is done and you want to reinforce your learning, it's actually happen on weekends, because we understand that every Nigerian is working, every Nigerian is trying to make ends meet. So the classes happen on weekends, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. On Saturdays, 2 p.m. to 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays, you deliver your learning. You're able to watch your videos during the week. We're able to succeed so very much. One, our learnings are practical. They are project-based right from the start. When you join the program, you're given business cases to work on, and then in class, you're getting really hands-on and solving solutions, working on solutions. Then when the learning is done, you also now have the opportunity to reinforce what you have learned. We give you another layer of projects to work on, just to be able to reinforce what you have done. Another 2 major projects for a whole 1 month. So the training is 4 weekends, really short 4 weekends, you deliver on the learning that you need. And afterwards, you have a program just to ensure that you get reinforced learning. And that's really the way we have been able to achieve, just like I mentioned earlier, 85% completion rate in our classes and 10,000 learners under 10 years. If you're doing a good job, you brag a little. There is no other institution that does it the way that we do, because we've cracked this out. So many experiences that we've had.
Okay.
Check the internet.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, that's nice. I heard you very well. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you very much. That's the technical session. Are you through, sir?
Remember to drop the
Thank you, everyone. I'm true, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. May I request our IPP?
I look forward to seeing anyone. Oh, yes, I've dropped it in. I've dropped it in.
Okay. May I request our immediate past chairman to appreciate our guest?
And then I'll also share the information with Mr. Ifeanyi. He can also share.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Our IPC, yeah.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Good evening, ma.
All right, so thank you so much, Mr. Enoch Afolabi, Growth Director, UTVA. We've been able to learn a whole lot, data analytics, and all it has to take with all the interactions that has happened. We've learned a lot, and thank you also for the masterclass which you shared that we can participate in to learn more. And we thank you on behalf of ICANN Lagos and Districts. We do appreciate your coming in to share this information with us, and I know it will help us a great deal as accountants in all our endeavors. So thank you so much on behalf of ICANN Lagos and Districts. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I hope when we call you back, sir, you will answer us. Thank you very much.
All right.
So, technical session done. Can we get the agenda back? Agenda back on the screen. The next item on the agenda will be reading and adoption of minutes of the last general meeting. So the minutes will be has been sent, but will be displayed now so that we'll review it together. Can it be displayed? The minutes were sent to our individual emails and on the general platforms. It's being shared now so that we'll review it together. Minutes of the virtual meeting, monthly general meeting held on July 8, 2021. So let's scroll up. Attendance. Let's scroll up to review the attendance. That's page 1. Let's go on. Gradually. If you do have any observation, you can draw our attention to it. These are the names being displayed. Attendance. Thank you very much. Our guest speaker has answered that he will always be at he will be ready to assist us any day we need his assistance. So let's go on. Benjamin Hikeya. Let's go on. These are the names. We have them in our boxes. If there's any error, you draw attention to it so that we can correct. If there's any error, you draw our attention to it.
No problem.
Okay, these are the celebrants, birthday celebrants for May, June, July.
Okay, we check that. So, okay, it's true. But how much is remaining, sir?
Francis Umba, please mute yourself. So that's the minutes. Is there any observation, error, correction, amendment that you desire on these minutes? And if there is none, can somebody move that we adopt these minutes Can somebody adopt this minutes for?
Good evening.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
My name is Nicholas Oweye.
Thank you,
I
sir.
want to move a motion to adopt this minute. That it represents our last month discussion and agreement. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nicholas. Can somebody support that?
My name is Kikelo Mabikele, 26937. I second the motion as moved.
Thank you very much, Kikelemo. Yes, the next item will be matters arising from the minutes. And I will enjoin the General Secretary to kindly take us through matters arising so that we discuss and trash them out.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You are. Yes, sir.
The matters arising are almost like items also on the agenda 5, 6, that's 6 and 7 per se, because they were also in the minutes, you know. That's
okay.
Yes.
Okay, take us through. Bring up the agenda again. Let's go.
So that's the next is update from the bidding ICANN legal bidding projects and Orbaniru business book camp, because those were highly discussed during that meeting of last month.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Do we have updates? Any update from the building projects? We are all aware that we intend to move into our permanent secretariat very soon. We're planning it and it's in the pipeline. In line with the desire of the building committee that a standard levy of a minimum of 20,000 naira be paid by each member. So many people have keyed into it. And we sincerely appreciate all those who have keyed into it to support the district project in that respect. But much more, the project is our own project. It's still in the pipeline. What do I mean? We still desire a land, we still desire a building to buy, and then we still desire the participation of everybody to achieve this objective. In all the districts, virtually all districts in ICANN, particularly in Nigeria, are all involved in one project or another to move into their own permanent secretariat. But much more, it behoves us much more as the premier district to be able to realize this before all others. But it's looking like we are getting late in that direction now. Recently, one of our council member that is a member of our district took me up on it, that it looks as if we are not moving fast, that we should do something. So I will want us to actually be faster on it. Pay our levy, look out for a befitting place for us to buy, look out for a befitting land that we can begin to develop. And I know we will all be able to do it. So does anybody have any contribution in this respect? ICANN building projects. And does the committee, is the committee in a position to give us the committee, building project committee, in a position to say something to the general house now? This is the time.
Hello, Chairman.
Yeah, you have the floor. Please go on.
Okay. My Chairman, fellow colleagues, my name is Christopher Ayogi, the Chairman of the building project. So the building project committee, we have the meeting, and in our recent meeting, we were able to fill in the vacant positions as that's required by the executive order, which established the subcommittee. And the vacant position that we filled are as follows. Mrs. Constance Nwokejobi, ACA, Vice Chairman. Mr. Fatai Adesina, ACA, Assistant Secretary. Mr. Akinshola Akimbumi, ACA, Financial Secretary. Mrs. Fumi Amafa Etupu, ACA, Assistant Financial Secretary. Chief Titus Oladumi, FCA, Image Maker 1. Dr. Olumide Adedeji, FCA, Image Maker 2. And Mrs. Sheung Leola Olasheni, FCA, Image Maker 3. And then again, the subcommittee, because of the enormous task that is ahead of us, we find it necessary to break down our function so that each group could own those various responsibilities. So we have identified that the subcommittee responsibility in finance and fundraising, some group of people we handle that. So and these people will be in charge of fundraising, financial planning, and budgeting, general financial oversight of the building project. So in this assignment, we will also want the entire members of the district to support the district by joining this group of people once we have rolled out the modality. So especially those people who have skill in fundraising, we want every member to signify interest in that assignment. And then in addition to the finance and fundraising assignment, we also have identified that the subcommittee assignment is also infrastructure. So an infrastructure assignment, and this group of people will be responsible for the land and building. So they will be in charge of the processes, both in looking out for it, in the construction, the general review of the land and building. So those group of people will take responsibility. And then again, we also find out that because of the nature of this subcommittee and because of the permanent nature, because the subcommittee is not dissolved at the end of every ESCO year. So we find it that it is necessary that we have inter-ESCO subcommittee relationship assignment so that this group of people will ensure that the subcommittee is having good relationship with the ESCO, aligning new ESCO innovation with what is existing so that we will have good relationship. Then again, we have also assigned that some group of people will also be in charge of general purpose assignment. So to be in charge of other administrative functions. So these people will be in charge of other administrative functions included in the order above the assignment. And also we are not losing sight of the strategy too. So we are going to involve senior members of the institute, especially the council members, and every other stakeholder in the institute that will feel that their knowledge is also very key. We will involve them in that strategic assignment. So we have set this thing on, but the next meeting in the officials, they will fine tune all these assignments. Then we'll break them down and assign specialists to handle these various functions so that we'll be able to meet up with the task before us. And then another area is the building project finance. The building project finance, this function is still with the executive. So they may want to report on that if they have the report. So that is the contribution of my chairman that I may want to add to what you. Thank you so much, my chairman.
Thank you very much, the chairman of our project. I appreciate you once again. Somebody just asked a question on the box, whether you can, whether these contributions, this levy can be paid instrumentally. And my response is that yes, you can pay 1,000 naira, you can pay 2,000 naira, you can pay 5,000 naira into the dedicated account, and it will be credited to you, and you have a receipt for it. That account, that account is solely for the project. Nobody is touching it, and is instruction. The ESCO has given instruction that it be handed over to the building project committee, and they are working on it. Incidentally, Mr. Chris, being an official member of the ESCO, is to liaise with the secretariat to get it done. There's no hard and fast rule about it. No money in that account will go into any other thing, not for running of the secretariat, not for any other thing, but because we need to achieve that purpose as quickly as possible. If you have 1,000 naira, if you have 5,000 naira, if you have more, I know some of our members are in a position to contribute more than what we are even looking at. If you have more, if it's 500 that you can pay at a time, the account will be displayed. In fact, the secretariat by this is mandated to distribute the account details again, specifically for that project, to members. And if it's available now, if you can display it, you can display it to members to view now. The project committee will be in the position to give out details of that, report on that project, the accounts, and every other thing. It's not going to be rely with the ESCO whatsoever. Thank you very much. Any question on this? Question?
Sorry,
any question on this?
Somebody posted a message, a chat to say how much are we members expected to pay. Like it was not around when the decision was taken. I think you can answer that.
Okay. The decision of the building committee is that a levy of 20,000 naira is to be paid by each member of the district. A minimum. And what we just agreed now is that money can be paid instrumentally. If you pay half 500 naira, you can drop it into the dedicated account with Zenith Bank. It's going to be displayed shortly. If you have 1,000 naira, you can drop it. If you have the entire 20,000, if you have 1 million, that account will be ready to take it. In any case, the estate director of Oniru Estates, I had a discussion, a meeting with him last week. He said, yes, they are waiting for us to signify interest, to show that we are actually interested and that they are ready to assist us. And we are not restricting ourselves to that option. On this particular matter, all options are on the table. If you have any project, old building, new building on the island within our catchment area, we are ready to explore the possibility of acquiring it for our purpose. So you have any information, you have whatever you can do, bring it on the table and we'll explore it. We just want to get results and move up and be able to and be able to succeed together. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Any other question? Any other question? So that is the building project, and we want to move in, and I believe we can move in the next 9 months. That's our desire. Thank you very much. Particularly when we all work together. So let's move. If there are no other issue no other contribution on this, let's move to the next.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, something close to the one item close to this is office accommodation.
Oh, go ahead, say it.
I mean the office accommodation for the district. The immediate past chairman was liaising with our two-time chairman, Mrs. Dr. Mrs. Lydia Ajayi, to help us for a place where we can use for our office accommodation for now before we build. Yes, I don't know what, we want to know what has been done about that, or how far that discussion has gone.
Technically, I've touched it just now. What I said is that all options are on the table in terms of our accommodation. If we do have any option to explore, we will explore it. The Open University is one option, but has not materialized for now. The principal reason is that we had approval from the headquarters, but back here in Lagos, they are constrained because of pressure on their facilities. So they've not been able to give us a consent locally. So we're still exploring it, but it has not materialized. That's just one option. So whatever option we have, being to get a better place, to get a place to buy, we will look at it. And we want everybody to support us in that regard. Thank you very much. So we'll move to the building, to the boot camp now.
Okay, I think I can
last week, hold on. Last week we had building a boot camp. It was at the instance of the Oba Oniru, Oba of Oniru, Oba Wasiu. He is our grand patron, and he wanted us. He gave us an opportunity to partner with the Oniru Foundation to do a boot camp. It was placed on our portal, and every person had the freedom. We enjoyed everybody to be part of it. But much more, I would desire that the director of that project, Dr. Martins, should report on it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Chairman.
Dr. Martins.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that business boot camp took place from 2nd to 4th of this month of August. You can see the flyer up there. There was a basic class because we did the first training class with the first class in December last year. And so for those that did the basic class, they did the advanced. But within that week, we did this particular lecture 2 or class 2. So there was a basic class also for new beginners and the advanced class for those that did the basic class last December. For the 2 classes, we had about 20 participants for each of them. You can see the makeup of the subjects. For the basic class, they did introduction to bookkeeping and accounting, budgeting and budgetary control, developing a marketable business plan, approaches to individual and corporate tax compliance, as well as basic investment appraisal. Then the advanced people, having done those basics, what they did was enterprise risk management, financial accounting and reporting, strategic business analysis, financial management and control. They didn't do financial management and control because of time constraints, individual and corporate tax compliance, as well as customer relationship management. In fact, another one they did was strategic business analysis for the advanced. So like I said, we had about 20 participants for each of the stream for the basic and the advanced class. You can see the photograph of, this was the closing ceremony at Huawei. So at the end of the class or the session, we were mandated to bring up the 2 best graduating students. And from information we had, they are going to be given financial support of close to like $1,000 USD each to start up their businesses. So we had 2 persons, the first best graduating student for the introduction, that's the basic, and the best graduating student for the advanced. And we have the runner-up for each of them. This photograph shows the participants, them showing their certificates and their study. But yeah, these were closing ceremony. You can see them displaying their certificates of course completion. Yes, all these photographs shows the classes in session. You can see Mr. Chris you gave by the top right hand corner, myself there, and other lecturers. The closing ceremony was fine. We can also see Bukola Kimola as well as Alessa with us in those training, and BC Ogundikwe in the classes. So the class was, the venue was the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry at number 1 in the Taylor Street. Like I said, we had 2 best graduating students that were going to be given support by the foundation to start their businesses. What we also hope is that this is going to continue in the future. So, but we'll keep negotiating with them to find out when we are going to do another class again for them. So, but when we do it again, it's going to also have the basic class and the advanced class. I think in a nutshell, that is all. The participants were very happy. They were interviewed. In fact, the whole thing, the program was featured in the radio and television, both at the opening ceremonies and the closing ceremony. All these last photographs were for the closing ceremony where participants were given their certificates. In fact, this last one were for the best graduating students where they were collecting their certificates. Yeah. So, Chairman, that is all we have for this.
Bootcamp.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. That bootcamp was a huge success, and thanks to every member that participated, that anchored the program, every member of the district that showed interest. Thank you very much. And not more on training. What I want to say is that we are in the process of developing training streams continuously to be going to on a regular basis. If you do have a capability, if you know you can develop a training, you have the freedom, you have the time to develop, to partner with the district, kindly come up, do a proposal, let us market you, market your project, market your training, so that you can be busy and the district can be busy. There will be resources. You will get resources to finance your well-being, and then the district will realize its objective. So much more, if you are interested in partnering with the district on any project, training, execution, that you know that ICANN, when we put our name and we support and guidance, we will achieve results. Please come up. We want our members to be better off starting from now on. Thank you very much. Does anybody have any question on this? Any question? If nobody has any question, can we move to? Is anybody raising hands? So if there's nobody, no other issue, any other business? Any other business? Any other business? So our district office will be open to receive members who are interested in doing anything that would desire the guidance of ICANN our name into it will make it more viable. The contribution, the collaboration of members will make a guidance, a better deal out of it. The district office is ready to welcome you. Thank you very much. So let's proceed and take birthday celebrants for the years, for the months. The social and welfare secretary. Kindly anchor that.
All right, thank you, my chairman. So good evening, everyone. On behalf of 2021-22 executives, we would like to say happy birthday to the August celebrants. So we now go through the list of the August celebrants. The top on the list is the doyen of accountancy, not just in Nigeria, but in Africa, in person of Mr. Akintola Williams, CBE, CFR, BCom, FCA. We wish him a continued good health, overwhelming happiness, amazing grace, and perfect peace of mind today and always. Amen.
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 Happy birthday, Mr. Williams Akalume, ACA, Mr. Nwokolo Charles Ike, FCA, my humble self, Sheon Iliola, FCA.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Happy birthday, Mr. Stephen Aiton, ACA, Dr. Austin Ayango, FCA, Mrs. Orireton Oluwaseun, ACA. Happy birthday, Mr. Gbadejoko Bumi, FCA, Mr. Zaid Patrick Chima, FCA, Mrs. Sandra Ejikonye, ACA. Happy birthday, Mr. Stephen Nade, ACA, Mr. Olawale Shunola, FCA, Mr. Abdul Ganiyu Dairo, FCA. Happy birthday, Mr. Luboye Oyelami, FCA, Mr. Sahid Lasisi, FCA, Mrs. Adibingpe Yusuf, FCA. Happy birthday, Mr. Omogoro Glory, Erere, FCA, Mr. Ifeanyi Kingsley, FCA, Mr. Basil Ofili, ACA. Happy birthday, Mr. Christopher Heyoge, FCA, Mrs. Kendi Olaniyan, FCA, Mrs. Onene Osela Ubele Oshuko, FCA. Happy birthday, Mr. Tolulope Udukale, FCA, Mrs. Gina Naguba, FCA. Happy birthday, Mr. Donyabi Godfrey, ACA, Mrs. Inyogu Messi, ACA, Mr. Ishola Bishopeoluwa, ACA, Mrs. Tosin Shonusi, FCA, Mr. Godfrey Okuje, ACA, Mr. Obunaya Kingsley, FCA, Mrs. Buki Thomas, FCA, Mr. Bimbola Babatunde, ACA, Mr. Latif Agboola, FCA, Mr. Irochi Sunday Udo, FCA, Mr. Kenneth Ayaduno, FCA, and Mr. Thompson Nawajuba, FCA. Congratulations to you all and many happy returns of the day. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Why was I muted?
Pardon me, sir. What's your name, sir? Daddy?
Onyeka Chekwueme. I sent in already.
I'm also muted. Oluranti Adenle Moronkeji.
Okay, so our sincere apologies. We will update the records, and I've noted those two names, Mr. Moreni KG and your name, sir, again?
Onyeka Chekwueme, FCA.
Okay, sir. We will update the record. The secretariat will reach out to you shortly after this meeting, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. We are sincerely sorry about that, sir.
All right. We
would like to come and eat rice in your house, sir. You're very senior.
I'm
Yeah,
waiting. I'm in my house. I'm waiting.
Yeah, you are very senior. You are very senior and respected member of this district and the accounting profession. So
Yes.
we'll be ready. We'll be very, very ready to come over to your house, and we are going to do that, sir. Thank you very
All
much,
right.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah. Any other business? Any other business? Yeah. Any observation? Please tell us. Say, you have the floor. You have the floor, please.
Hello?
Yeah, you have the floor. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You are raising your hand. Say something.
Yeah. My name is also omitted.
Okay. Your name, please. Say it. Tell us.
DK.
Let me show you now. This name is showing on the screen.
Okay. My Rotarian president.
Yeah.
Your name can never be omitted. You will be highly celebrated. We particularly know your place, and we will come and eat rice there too.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah. So somebody has an observation that the accountants conference is coming up very soon. So I would like the social and welfare secretary to give us update on that and to sensitize members to attend and go beyond the feat we reached in the last one. The social and public secretary, please.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. So the opening is out, and I'm sure the second batch for the discounts will be closing sometimes this month. So we'd like to enjoin all the members of the district to kindly register for the 51st AAC. This is the time we need to reach out to the companies we work for sponsorship. And if you desire to get a letter, from ICANN, you can just reach out to the secretariat to assist in that regard. With respect to the district function, which has to do with the district parade, I would like to say that we have actually started working at the background, and in a very short while we will be coming up with our plans we'll make our plans open to everyone who will be interested to be a part of this. Hopefully maybe by next meeting we should have a roadmap towards that, but to a very large extent we've started some background work regarding the district parade. We're trusting God that we will just keep the flag flying, and we will win more than one award this time by the grace of God. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our able social and welfare secretary. Somebody is raising hand. Any contribution? Yes, go ahead.
The display should post the link for the registration so that members can enjoy the discount that will before it expires by the end of this month. So let us share the link for registration on the platform.
All right, that will be done shortly.
It should be done repeatedly, much more.
Repeatedly,
not just once. And then I can see that the accounts for the subscription are being displayed. If you have not paid your subscription, kindly do us a favor by making an instant transfer now. An instant transfer. And then the project account will be sent to your email and WhatsApp details. Thank you very much. Any other business? Any other business? Any other business? Any other business? And if there be no other business, we will begin to bring this meeting to a close. If there be no other business, we begin to bring this meeting to a close. Can somebody therefore move a motion for the closure of this meeting?
Sorry, I have a comment. Akimi. Any other business? Can I go ahead?
Yes, go ahead, please. 1 minute. 1 minute. We already.
So, yes. So am I the only one? I just think the form we fill before entering, I think we fill it all the time, and I think it's about 6, 7, 8 lines, and I think it's too much. I'm thinking maybe our name and membership number should suffice, or maybe
which form?
If you click on
the form to register for
Zoom,
the meeting.
Yes, about 8 lines, and I'm wondering why. I'm not sure I've had to fill 8 lines to enter any other meeting apart from this one. You fill your name, you fill your first name, you fill your name, you fill your phone number, you fill your membership number, you fill your email, you fill your date of birth, you fill your. So maybe that can be reduced to 2 or 3 marks. My opinion.
It's okay. But for an accountant, I wouldn't see why filling a form that will help us, that will help the secretariat. So the secretariat is still in a position, is still in a process of getting more information about members.
Yes, Chairman. So the email, we fill it all the time. So I'm not sure. I don't know why we have to repeat it. Also,
Chairman, I would like to respond to that, sir.
Okay. Hold on, sir. Hold on. The social and welfare secretary, please respond quickly.
Thank you, sir. Okay, thank you, my chairman. One of the major reasons why we actually have the field for the birthday, and now we just introduced the field for status, is the fact that we usually use that information to update our record. Given the fact that we've not been having physical meeting, if we were to be having a physical meeting, the attendance sheet would also have the column for these same line items. So we usually use that information to update our records. A lot of people have crossed, the status of ACA to FCA, and yet we don't know. And, for every time we have to range them, we just say ACA, and most times they have to correct.
Okay. Social and welfare program. That's taken, and I think it's explicit enough. If there be no other business, can somebody move for the closure of this meeting so that we begin to go?
I, Agbola Olawale Musa, member 04531 to move the motion for the adjournment of the meeting.
Okay. Before we proceed, the project account with Zenith Bank is being displayed now, and the secretariat will place it on the WhatsApp group and and other platforms. So can somebody support that motion that has been moved? Can somebody move?
Lawal Olujogun Yusuf 6801 second the move. Thank you.
Okay. Can somebody pray for us? Can you pray for us, please? Udochi, can you pray for us? Madam Udochi, can you pray for us?
Somebody to.
Father, in the name of Jesus, Spirit of the living God, we thank you for making today a reality. We fix a date for this meeting and you make it to be a joyous one. Father, we really thank you for all activities we've done today. Let it be more impactful for now and forever. In Jesus' mighty name we pray.
Amen. Thank you very much. So I want to appreciate everybody for your participation, your fruitful participation in this meeting, for your time and for your interest in the affairs of the district and Akan generally. God will bless you as you continue to support us in Jesus' name. Thank you very much.
Come on, before you go, are you listening? Hello, Chairman.
Yes, I'm listening, sir.
Let the secretariat look through my, if I'm owing anything, and then send to my WhatsApp.
Okay, that is, sir, your name again?
Onyekachi Ekweme.
Okay, sir, that will be done, sir.
Okay.
And like I said, sir, we are still coming. Maybe this time we'll keep under the arm, sir.
No problem. Just give me that.
Make sure they include
Sir, when we come to your place, we won't eat rice, so I will eat pounded yam.
No problem, no problem.
Okay, sir.
No problem, yes.
I'm a native.
Make sure they include the building project levy for his.
Yes, the building project account should be displayed, should be sent regularly.
Send him anything he's owing. I'm saying they should include building project levy to the invoice they are sending him.
Of course, yes.
Good night.
Dr. Martin.
No, before you go again, before you go.
Yes, sir.
These trainings, do they carry any credits?
Yes, it carried 2 credits. It carried 2 credits hours. This training we just went through.
And even in our meetings, so have
yes.
credit.
Well, from now, is the 2 credit hours that cover everything. That's what ICANN has granted us.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can always cover if you are with us all through. That's 20. That's close to 24 credit hours, and what you just need is 30. So if you participate in other programs, you will definitely exceed it.
Okay.
Yeah. So you are on course, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good night.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you. Thank you. We are grateful, sir. We are grateful.
Thank you and good night, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, sir.